what you got going on in Tally, my guy?
Yeah, we'll talk about the going to bounce around a little bit. We'll talk about the official visits from this past weekend and how that stuff went with a couple of these guys, and then we're going to set the stage for this upcoming week's visits and go from there. So Edwin Spielman, the four-star linebacker out of Tennessee, he last visited in January. He's down to Ohio State, Tennessee, and Georgia. So Mike was real hands-on. His official visit has been pretty hands-on throughout his entire recruitment. Hasn't gotten a firm answer from schools on why they want him, but FSU had an entire presentation, in regards to how they want him and things like that. He said Adam Fuller was also pretty hands-on with the visit as well. So we'll see how it plays out with him. And like I said, I think I said last year, I think Tennessee leads, but I do think FSU did a really good job of chipping away. He does decide in July. We'll see how that goes. But right now, my vote would be Tennessee. And of course, Randy Shannon was pretty big in this visit as well. Nair Daniels, the four-star offensive tackle out of New Jersey, top 150 type of guy. Said the visit was phenomenal. Highlights of the visit was spending time with the players. Got to see what's really real. Robert Scott was his host, which I think is a good host. Robert Scott is second team All ACC tackle, has a really bubbly personality, real cool dude. So to pair him with Daniels was a really good job. So Atkins and Mike has made a really big impression on him as well. So he loved FSU and stuck up really high for him. The important part, some of the important parts for him is just development and just being in good. He think he'd be getting good hands at FSU. He does decide prior to the season, has official visits lined up for Rutgers, Texas, and the University of Georgia. Christian Clark is a guy I've been talking about since January. One of my favorite running backs this cycle that FSU is recruiting. He said it felt like family. The players took him in like a brother. Yeah, the players took him in like a brother. And he also says he feels the love, a lot of love from Coach Yak. And he also loved the way that Coach Yak uses the running backs too. FSU usually run around 3 to 4 running backs a game, and all of them eat. A direct quote from Christian. I love it here. My mom and my uncle went to FSU. FSU has always been in my blood. Like I said, this kid's from Arizona, but again, he has a lot of Florida ties with the majority of his family staying in the Panhandle, Niceville area. So I don't think FSU taking Cam Davis, Christian Clark, and possibly Danzy out of Florida High was going to sway Danzy or Christian Clark in any other way, because I feel like the way we use our running backs it's enough carries to go around for all of them. Coach Yak does use those guys, keep them fresh, and all of them are productive. And with Dansley, I think he fits more in the more explosive long, which is crazy, more explosive and faster lawns toward Philly. Catch the ball out of the backfield, things like that. This be used in the multitude of ways and not just a straight pure running back, just an athlete on the field. So we'll see how that plays out. Clark does decide, say he wants to decide sometime prior to the season as well. Jaquavius, this is an interesting kid here. Jaquavius Marshall, 6'3", 185-pound safety out of 3-star safety out of Macon, Georgia. Had a great official visit. Had some official visits set up for Kentucky, Georgia Tech, and Pitt in the near future. Said he loved the official visit. Kevin Knowles and Shaheem Brown was real hands-on with him. Felt at home. FSU leads for his services. I know FSU has a wide safety net in regards to the safety position. A wide net, in regards to the safety position. So we'll see how it plays out in regards to Marshall, if he's an actual take or not. But the film is not bad at all. 6'3", and a half, 185 pounds, really big guy from Macon, Georgia. But like I said, FSU's have a lot of safeties. One I'm going to speak about in a second. So we'll see how that plays out for Marshall in regards to his timeline. But he did say FSU does lead. So we'll see if Kentucky, Pitt, and those schools can kind of chip away at that in Georgia Tech. All right. And this is another safety that I was going to speak about. I like his film a lot. Kadarius Morgan, 3-star safety out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Has official visits set up for Cincinnati, Auburn, and Miami moving forward. FSU, he had some pretty strong quotes about it. So he loved the coaching staff. He said there's something big going on at FSU. He wants to be a part of it. Pretty much, yeah, it was cut and dry. He said FSU was doing a lot of good stuff and wants to be a part of it. They're high on his list, so we'll see how that plays out. Loves the energy that Mike have. At this point, I think it'll be an Auburn and FSU battle. Again, it's just a priority or a take. I do like his film. He does remind me a little bit of a Jamie Robinson type physical kid on the smaller side, but he's not afraid of anything real physical. We'll see how it plays out.
What's that name again?
Kadarius Morgan says he has official visits set up for Cincinnati, Auburn, and Miami.
Okay, might be a little later. That name don't sound super familiar to me. I could be slipping. No, I'll go look.
Yeah, I think it's sometime this June from what he stated.
Okay.
But I think it's an FSU Auburn battle at this point in time. But again, it's just in regards to the priority, how high he is on their board in regards to takes. I know they want to take a few safeties these classes, and they cast a wide net. So we'll just see how that plays out with his timeline. He didn't say anything in regards to when he expects to announce or anything like that. So we'll see how it plays out with him. Wardell Mack, the 4-star cornerback at Louisiana, when asked specifically how the visit was, he said the visit went magnificent. Pat Surtain is like family to him. You know, being from the New Orleans area, he has a really strong relationship with Pat Surtain. Coach Jack is also hands-on as his recruitment. He spent most of the weekend with Greedy Vance and Dustin Hill, two other New Orleans guys. UF, Texas, and OU are some of the schools he have lined up for the summer for official visits. LSU is in the back burner. I'm pretty sure he'll probably get an official visit from LSU sometime in the fall. Say he wants to come back for the UM game. He did say that what stands out, what makes FSU unique amongst the other schools he's considering, he said flat out Coach Norvell. So that says a lot to me. I think he'll probably be a LSU lean, you know, with these Louisiana kids. He did say he wants to come back for not an official visit. He took it this weekend, but an unofficial visit for the Miami game. So that's pretty interesting as well. We'll see how it plays out. Wardell Mack, another cornerback I like a lot, and they I mean, this DB is in general. They have a lot of DBs on the board, and it should shake out within the next 2 months or so, or next month or so. Excuse me, in regards to how the board will look moving forward. That's all I got from the official visit standpoint. Let's talk about some stuff going on this weekend, right? 5-star receiver Cameron Coleman is going to be on FSU campus June the 10th. He's going to participate in the FSU Elite Camp, which I'm going to speak about in a little bit. I guess I could jump into the Elite Camp right now. So FSU is not really hosting the official visits this weekend. It's still going to be a busy weekend overall for FSU because it's going to be a big camp weekend for FSU. So 5-star 2024 receiver out of Alabama, Cam Coleman, will be on campus. Phoenix City, we just had his teammate on campus, so that could be something to look out for. This will be a second visit to Tallahassee within this year. He will participate in the camp as well. So we'll see how that plays out. He has a scheduled official visit with us, so that's also good. He did official visit Clemson this past weekend. He has Auburn and LSU on the official visit schedule to map out the rest of June. So Cam Coleman, 5-star receiver, will be on campus. The elite camp is more so centered around 2025 guys, which I like because most of the 24 guys, they pretty much know exactly what they wanted and kind of got that board mapped out and on the official visit scale and things like that. So 2025 top running back Alvin Henderson, he's been on campus multiple times out of Alabama, big time prospect. I mean, he had video game like numbers these last couple of years. He's going to be on campus. 5-star defensive end Zion Grady. He's going to be on campus participating. Local 4-star 2025 blue chip prospect Jalen Wiggins, defensive end out of Tallahassee Rickards. He'll be on campus as well. I like him a lot. If you guys remember, you may have not seen it now, but it was like a viral post about a kid doing homework. A coach said kid doing homework at a basketball game or something like that, and he was, at the game actually studying doing homework because the picture going around. That's Jalen Wiggins from Tallahassee Rickards. Real smart kid.
Into some good stuff.
Yeah, we got JoJo Trent on campus for 3 days. Like I said the last show, he'll be on campus this week, June the 8th through the 11th, along with hello? What the fuck? Oh, my damn computer had blacked out for a second. I don't know what the hell happened. Go cuss everybody out in the house.
God damn it.
Right. Somebody go pay you. 4-star defensive back Chris is it Ewald? Excuse me if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, my mistake. 2025 cornerback from Chaminade that's committed to Michigan. He's going to be a blue chip prospect as well within the next cycle. He's going to be on campus with JoJo from June 8th to June 11th. So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, man, I've been feeling good about JoJo for the longest, man, to be honest with you. Since like January, around that time frame, I think FSU was in a real good spot with him. I'm pretty sure you get an official visit within the fall for JoJo. And that's all I got, fellas.